This is a spaghetti squash. I harvested this thing out of my garden way back in July of last year, and this is April of this year. So let's see what it looks like. Okay, it looks really good. Okay, I opened it up, took the seeds out. It smells great. I don't think nobody would be able to tell that this thing was out of last year's garden. Amazing. Okay, into the oven for an hour. See what happens. Okay, so Vicki, what are we doing here?
We're making spaghetti sauce with green olives and black olives and orange bell peppers and, let's see, sweet Vidalia onions, celery. I guess that's all. We're going to have mushrooms.
Okay, and so what's that stuff right there?
Oh, this is Thrive vegetable chicken bouillon, vegetarian.
Vegetarian
so
chicken
it's
bouillon.
pretend chicken bouillon.
Pretend chicken bouillon, okay. And this is going to go on what?
Spaghetti squash.
Spaghetti squash. Okay, I just checked this. The onions and carrots are tender. We're ready for the olives, black and green. Put those in there. And now I'm going to also add this Classico, what is it? Paste sauce. Okay, tomatoes, herbs, and spices, organic. And I got this from Costco. And we still have about 33 minutes left on our spaghetti squash. Okay, looking good. Okay, I cooked the squash for about 45 minutes at 350 degrees, poked it with a knife. It's done. I added a cup of water so that it'd kind of steam itself in the pan. Okay, looking gorgeous. Okay, it's not overdone. Cooked just right. Okay, so here we go. Spaghetti squash, spaghetti sauce, no meat, totally veggie, and a whole food plant-based diet that you can eat and not worry about. Yum. I'm going to salt this a little bit, pepper it a little bit, using the right kind of salt, not table salt, and this ought to taste really good. So what's my interest in a whole food plant-based diet? Well, about a year and a half ago, I converted over to a whole food plant-based diet, not because I was wanting to give up ice cream or any of those other good things, but I went to the doctor. He checked me out for something and wanted to also check me out for some other things. He said as long as he'd been in practice, he'd never seen somebody in my situation with a heart that had such some serious problems going on with it. I knew that must be true because things were happening in my life, and although I didn't look overweight, I jogged 3 miles a day, 5 days a week. Something was going down wrong, and I knew it. And so anyway, I converted over to what I consider to be the whole food plant-based diet, best diet on the planet if you want to reverse heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and all these other kinds of things, based on solid scientific research out of peer-reviewed journals, etc. So anyway, I put together a PowerPoint presentation for my friends, invited bunches of them over to the house, and I showed them this presentation. And this is my drawing of a taste bud. And a taste bud, they're really great. I mean, they make ice cream taste so wonderful, but I'll tell you, if you let these bad boys dictate to you what you're going to eat and how your life is going to go, they will flat kill you before it's all over. So you got to have them in control. But anyway, I did lots of other things that, that I thought with this PowerPoint presentation would be interesting to people, but there's just, there was so much that I began to discover by way of investigation, and gotten into other kinds of things that would help me really begin to turn my situation around. And I thought that other people would want to know this too. I just had a relative that had a heart attack and had to have a stent, and they were concerned now about, well, hey, what kind of diet should we eat? And I'll tell you, this is where they need to be looking. And go to the internet, check with Dr. Michael Greger, who wrote the book How Not to Die, Dr. Esselstyn, who is a cardiac surgeon who knows his stuff and has been involved in the research. And there's just so much out there. So if you're wanting to know whether or not you can move into a plant-based diet and thinking you have to give up everything that tastes good, that's not true. Yeah, it's true I haven't had ice cream in a year and a half, but you got to have something good to substitute it. And so this is his cookbook, Dr. Greger's cookbook on how not to die, eating those kind of things that are going to keep you healthy. Reverse heart disease and diabetes and cancer and things like that when at all possible. And so, you know, you just want to check into it. I changed my diet. This is my breakfast in the morning. No more sugar cereal or anything like that. And alternative breakfasts that I have. This may not look good to you, but boy, my mouth is watering just looking at it. And so, you know, carrot juice and all kinds of other things that you can start to do. And oh, that will look good. That one looked good. And that right there is it tastes really good. All right, so my presentation went so long with my people that I had to have an intermission, but I really started getting into things. Now I'm going to stop this right here and just let you know that there are reasons why you might want to look into your health and maybe change your diet. Heart disease, killing 1 in 2 people. Cancer, killing 1 in 3 people. And it's all mostly our diet, what we're putting into our mouths. So you might want to check that out. Go to the internet, go to YouTube, look up Dr. Greger, MD, and look up Dr. Esselstyn, MD, and others. Dr. McGregor, or McDougall, I believe, and others that you can find so much good information out there, and stop relying on, oh my goodness, what is it? Relying on, well, oh, this is a great video, but you got to rely on good, solid, substantial stuff. Not Facebook drama, not internet folklore, not junk science, not exaggerated claims. You got to get out there and you got to find out what's going on. Okay, I'll stop this now and get back to other stuff. I got to tell you, this is this is really good stuff. Yeah, plant-based diet is it can be delicious, and you need to make it that way. So this is really my message. Okay, if you don't want to be the 1 in 2 dying from coronary heart disease or some of those other diseases, you got to look into getting serious about checking things out and finding out why people are dying, why we have heart disease that's killing 1 in 2 people. So that's why I changed my diet, and maybe you can change your diet too.